Sorry. There you go. Now I'm here, guys. Stay here. Stay here. People, stay here. Now I see what my problem is. Sorry, I forgot to add myself to the damn game. Hang on. Hang on. I'm here. Shit. Sorry, folks. I'm here still. All right. Sorry. Here we go. I'm sorry about that. I hope people can still hear me. Hope you can still have the game on, folks. So here we go. Forgot to add myself to the dang screen, and I think I may have lost everybody. Didn't notice it. So here's Claudel Washington, top of the second, nobody out. Washington, the batter, and Carter behind the plate. So Bill Gullickson looks in, given a 2-0 lead without the end of a hit. Gullickson looks in. Here's the havoc. Nothing going on. Here's the pitch to Washington. 1-6 is a fly ball left field. That is LaFleur makes the catch. Out number one. Now here's Steve Henderson. He's hitting .290. 2 homers, 33 runs batted in. Carter sets the target. Gullickson with the windup. Here's the pitch. 5-3 fly ball in the right field. Hit it the right guy in right, because that is Valentine. He's a 2E10. Here comes the range check. It's a 15. He will get it. Let's go with the error check. That's a 12 and makes the catch for the second out. So now here's Mike Jorgensen hitting .265, 7 homers, 45 RBIs. Carter sets the target. Gullickson looks in, rolls the havoc, nothing on. Here's the pitch. And that's a 6-6 and a fly ball right field. That's Valentine. Mets go 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the second coming up, 2-0 Montreal. Do we have people still here? No, we'll hope people come back. Let's see what happens. I've had a couple. So here's Spire, shortstop. Trevino will set in. Pacella, let's see if he gets a better second inning here. Here's a pitch to Spire, hitting .226. No homers, 13 RBIs. Here's the pitch, 5-6, and that is a drive in the gap for a base hit for Spire. That's the first hit for the Expos. Triple 1-6. A 10 will be a single, and the Expos have their first hit. So here's Bill Gullickson. Here's the havoc. Will probably be the sacrifice. Nope, they're going to let Gullickson swing away. He's a 175 hitter normally in 1980. Here's the pitch. 1-11 will be a walk, and it walks Gullickson. The 5th walk of the ballgame for Pacella, and Joe Torre is just sitting and watching this implode. 2 on, nobody out, and here's LaFleur. Walked and scored in the opener. Again, Pacella from the stretch, nothing happening. Here's the pitch. 1-4 fly ball left field. There you go. There, if you make him hit the ball, something can happen. Henderson's there, makes the catch for out number 1. So now here's Rodney Scott, walked and scored back in the first inning. Trevino sets the target. Pacella from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Nothing going on the havoc. That's a 6-3 and a walk. Holy smokes. Again a walk. That is walk number 6, and the bases loaded again, 1 out. So again, Eddie Glenn is up and throwing very fast here, trying to keep things without going nuts. And we're already 50 minutes in, and the Expos are only in the second inning, up by 2, and their bases loaded, 1 out. Here's Andre Dawson, walked his first time up. We said that all night long. He's given up 1 hit in an inning in the 3rd, and he has walked 6. Again, the havoc on Dawson, nothing going. Trevino looks in. Pacella from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-2, and he hit Dawson with the pitch. Holy cow, and Dawson might be hurt again. And he is. So Dawson will have to come out, I believe, for the second time in this series. He'll go out, and the runner will score. Roland Office will have to come in. I know. So Roland Office comes in, and it's 3-0 Montreal. And I think that could be, well, you know what? You don't want to give a lefty to Valentine. Oh, you don't want to give a lefty at all to some of these hitters. 3-0 Expos. Bottom of the second, 1 man in. This might be one of those games they had early on in the season where Montreal just mauled the Mets. We have to look and see if that can be found again, what the score in that game was. I mean, it was so awful for these Mets. Let's see if there's not another strap pulled up on the computer. So let me see if I can pull that up and pull a Met box score up, or pull a Met up. What do you want to call it? A Met line score up. We'll tell you what happened before we continue here. I know like somebody else just came in, so we'll kind of wait a second and see if we get some more people in here and we can talk more about it. 1980, let's look up 1980 National League replay. Give me 1 second here. So the Mets, let's look at this team's line score. So let's look at the statistics for the Mets. Let's see. Oh, so they've given up 10 runs or more 3 times. They've scored 10 or more times 7 times. Line scores, we're going back to April 16th. The Expos, 20 runs, 21 hits, and 2 errors. The Mets, 4 runs, 11 hits, and 3 errors. Bill Lee got the win, and Ray Burris took the god-awful loss. And, of course, that was the huge series. In that series, the Mets actually lost 2 out of 3 to the Expos. It was a 20-4 loss, and this is kind of getting back in the same meld again. So let's go ahead and get back into the game again. And here we go. Bases loaded one more time. Valentine, the batter, he'll bat. Pacella gonna have to stick it out a little bit here. He just cannot find the plate. Trevino sets the target. Pacella from the stretch, a grand slam, knocks him out here right now. So let's see. Nothing on the havoc. Here's the pitch to Valentine. 5-5 and struck him out. Big strikeout for John Pacella. That is a huge K. The second out of the inning. And now here's Cromartie. So Cromartie comes up. He actually lined out his first time up. So he's one of the ones who did not join the party at all in this last inning in 2/3. Let's roll the havoc on Valentine. Nothing going on. Pacella from the stretch. Can he work himself out of trouble? Here's the pitch. 1-3 is a single, ballpark single. 1-8. It's a 2. That's a base hit for Cromartie. This time he gets it through Flynn. Washington comes up with it, and the Expos will add one more run and lead 4-0. So base hit number 2 for Montreal. They've scored 2 in each inning. And now here's the catcher, Gary Carter. Carter sacrifice flies last time up, just missed one his first time up. Trevino sets the target. Pacella from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Nothing on the havoc. 2-5, and that's a line drive for Carter, and the gap will go all the way to the wall. 8 on a double. This one will be a laugher early. Scott will score. Office will score. They will try to score Cromartie from third. Is that Office from second? Let's try to throw him out. Here comes the throw. Here's a throw to the plate. Not in time. So Carter knocks in 2 and 3, and that does it. So the Expos now lead at 7-0. 2 outs here in the second. Here comes Joe Torre, and here comes Eddie Glenn. So John Pacella cannot work himself out of a paper bag at all. So Glenn will come in and be the new pitcher. 1-0, 4.42 ERA, 74 hits, 77 innings. So the tragedy in Montreal continues here. 2 outs in the 7th, Expos by 7, trying to, as the Alouettes have come out to play. Trevino sets the target. Eddie Glenn, the left-hander. Here's the pitch. Nothing on the havoc to Parrish. Here's the pitch. 6-9 struck him out. And Eddie Glenn does the job. So the Expos score 5 in the second. We played 2. Stay with us. It's 7-0 Montreal. So 7-3, 7-zip here. The Mets have to work their way out of this unbelievable mess. It'll be Trevino, Flynn, and Glenn. So Glenn will probably get in the bat here. Mets want to try to save some of their bullpen. This is a 5-game series, remember. Trevino hitting .302, no homers, 17 runs batted in. Gullickson looks in, and here's the pitch. That'll be a 5-5, and he struck him out looking. So again, not a good start for the Mets. Struck out Trevino, so Bill Gullickson seems to have the A+ stuff. Here's Doug Flynn, right-handed hitter. Mets just can't get a break against the Expos. They seem to get mauled at least once a series by them. Flynn hitting .235, no homers, 26 runs batted in. Here's the pitch, 5-8, and struck him out. Bill Gullickson on a roll. That's 2 strikeouts in a row. And now here is Eddie Glenn. He'll bat for himself. 6 at-bats during the regular season 1980. No hits. Here's the pitch on a 6-10. That's a ballpark single, 1-8. And Eddie Glenn gets himself a base hit. How about that for Eddie Glenn? So he works himself on. That's how you do it. Second base hit for the Mets. And brings up Tavares, who led off the game with a single and got thrown out stealing. And then the Mets game has tumbled ever since. Runner on first, 2 outs. Carter sets the target. Gullickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-5, base hit Tavares. So Tavares will get Glenn to at least second. Let's see if he goes to third, and does. So now it's first and third, 2 outs. Youngblood the batter. Tavares is definitely going to probably try to steal here. He's an auto steal. He's a 1-13, and he's safe. This time he gets the stolen base. Kind of dicey. You're down by 7, but Tavares trying to be aggressive. Second and third, 2 outs, and here's Youngblood. Youngblood's a little bit clutch, gets a hit on a 2-3. Let's see if Youngblood can get the Mets maybe back in this ball game. Gullickson worked from the stretch. Carter sets the sign. Big opportunity for the Mets. Here's the pitch to Youngblood. 5-9, ground ball to short. That is Spire. Let's see if Spire can make the play. It's going to be a 3-29. That could be quite interesting. Let's see. It's a 13. He feels it, and then on a 10 and 11's the error is an out. Mets strand 2. We go to the bottom third. 7-0 Expos. So bottom of the third coming up. Expos kind of making this one laugh early. Game 3 of a 5-game series. Here's Spire, 1-for-1. Scored a run first time up. Eddie Glenn still out there. Trevino sets the target. Eddie Glenn, here's the pitch. Nothing on the Havoc. It's a 3-8 ground ball to short. That's Tavares. Throws up to the first baseman. 1 away. Here's Bill Gullickson. He scored. He walked and scored back there. John Pacella had absolutely nothing in this game, tell you. Trevino sets the target. Eddie Glenn looks in and the pitch. 3-7. It struck him out. Eddie Glenn. So far, he looks like his stuff is A+ today. Eddie Glenn only had 52 innings pitched in 1980. He's already given the Mets 78 innings, so he's been definitely a contributor on this New York Met team. With 2 outs here in the bottom of third. Trevino sets the target. Eddie Glenn with the pitch to LaFleur. 4-6 ground ball to third. Youngblood's got to hurry. Throws him out to Jorgensen. And hey, the Expos go 3 up, 3 down. We go to the fourth. Alouette still by 7. So now here is Mazzilli, followed by Washington and Henderson lead off the fourth. Mazzilli hitting 311, 17 homer, 57 run. He's grounded out his first time up. Gullickson's only given up 3 hits through 3. Carter sets the target. Gullickson looks in. Here is the windup and the pitch. 2-6, base hit Mazzilli. So Mazzilli the base hit. That's base hit number 4. So the Mets trying to poke away here. See if they can maybe get back into this. And Mazzilli usually has really good speed. It will be a -2 for Mazzilli to get a jump. Again, they probably won't. They'll leave the bat in Claudell's hand and see if they're able to do anything. So again, Carter sets the target. Gullickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 3-11 ground ball in the whole second. Scott's got it. The only play he's going to have is the first. Mazzilli will go to second. So you move him over to second. Runner on second, 1 out. Here's Steve Henderson. He's 0-for-1. Flied out his first time up. Nothing on the Havoc. Runner on second, 1 out. Carter sets the target. Gullickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 4-9. And that ball's a drive to left field. Gullickson's home run is only a 1. It's a 4. LaFleur is at the track. Makes the catch. Oh, Henderson took it deep. But LaFleur is right there. 2 away. Here's Jorgensen. He's 0-for-1. 2 outs in the fourth. Carter sets the target. Gullickson from the stretch. And here's the pitch to Mike Jorgensen. 2-8 is a pop to first. Cromartie's there. Calls everyone off. Makes the catch. And that's all for the Mets in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 7-0 Alouettes. As we go to the fourth, Montreal, 7 runs on 3 hits. The Mets, no runs on 4 hits. Wow, what a... Yeah, thank you. I know I didn't plug in I didn't connect myself into the stream while on this application, so I do apologize for that. Anyway, we can bring Hockey Unreal back. I would appreciate it. But I'm sorry, but thank you for coming back in. Sean, you've missed a lot so far. Let's kind of show you what you've actually missed, and that's what's been kind of been nuts. John Pacella did not have garbage. He went an inning and 2/3, only gave up 3 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 6 walks, and 1 strikeout. He could not get the ball to the plate. Expos tacked in some runs, and now it's ugly. It's 7-0 Expos, last of the 4th. So Scott here has been on twice with walks. He scored twice. Trevino sets the target. The left-handed Eddie Glenn looking, and he went for a base hit. How about that? Would you believe that? Up 7, and Rodney Scott tries to beat out a bunt. Oh my, Jorgensen may have had a word to say to him about that. Here's Roland Office, his first at bat. Again, Andre Dawson went out with an injury, and Roland Office does not hit lefties at all. Wow. Let's see what happens here. Here's the pitch to Roland Office. 6-7. That's a single. What do you know? A single center field. So Roland Office, who doesn't hit lefties at all, gets one off the pitcher's card, and we'll have the Expos' 4th hit of the ball game. So here is Valentine, 0 for 1 with an RBI. Trevino sets the target. Glenn, looking in from the stretch, looks back at Office, and boy, Rodney Scott is getting an earful. You can tell the Mets are just yapping at him over there, trying to run up 7 runs. Glenn from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 1. That's a 2. That's a single on a 1, but that's a 13, and that'll be a line drive at Tavares. Office holds. 2 outs. Here's Cromartie, 1 for 2, RBI single back in the 2nd. Nothing on the Havoc. Office stays put. Trevino sets the target. Here's the pitch to Warren Cromartie. 5-2. Ground ball to first. That is Jorgensen. He's a 1-8. That's an automatic. He's not going to give up a hit. That's a 9. He fields it. Now let's see if he doesn't make the error. On a 7. He almost did. A 6 was the error. And ends the inning. So no runs. 1 hit, 1 left. We played 4. Expos lead by 7-0. Top of the 5th here in La Montreal, La Stadia. So top of the 5th. Let's see if the Mets can try to get something going here. Out of down scoreboard, Pirates lead the Cubs 7-2. They'll get a half game on the idle Phillies. The Mets trying to get within 1. Looks like they may drop back to 2. Mets will entertain the St. Louis Cardinals this weekend on a 3-game set. And Carter behind the plate. Bill Gullickson looks in. Here's the pitch. Nothing on the Havoc. Here's the pitch. That'll be a 5-8. Struck him out, and Bill Gullickson continues to impress here for the Expos. 1 out here in the 5th. Here's Doug Flynn. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch with 1 out. 5-7. That's a ground ball to second. That's Rodney Scott. Rodney Scott is a 2E16. He fields it. Let's see if he makes the play. On an 11, he gets the ball in front of him. On a 10, there's no error, and that's 2 outs. Now, what do you do with Eddie Glenn? Do you leave him out there kind of sitting out there? He'll bat because Mets have to think of this bullpen, and being down 7, I don't feel like toasting the whole bullpen for this 1 game. So he's going to have to be almost like an opener, and Gullickson's going to have to pick up the bulk work here. Comes around again. Yeah, we're going to pinch hit for him, but let's get him through this inning at least. Carter sets the target. Bill Gullickson looks in, and the pitch. That's a 3-3. That's a ground ball to short. That Spire makes the play. And guess what, folks? That's all for the Mets in the 5th. It's official here in Montreal. It's 7-0 Expos. Carter, Parrish, and Spire, the bat for the Montreal here in the 5th. Eddie Glenn has looked impressive in relief. Carter steps up 1 for 1, doubled in 3 runs back in the 2nd. He's had 4 RBIs in the game with a sacrifice fly back in the 1st. Here's the pitch to Carter. 6-5, struck him out. Eddie Glenn actually looked extremely impressive out of the bullpen. So here's Larry Parrish. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Nothing on the Havoc. Here's the pitch. That's a 5. That's a 7. Struck him out looking. Parrish can't believe it. Home plate umpire kind of gives Parrish a look, and that's 2 away here in the 5th. Here's Spire, 1 for 2, run scored. And as Joe Torre looks on, he has to be impressed with Ed Glenn getting him out of this here. 5-10, and there's a walk. A 2-out walk to Spire. Run on first and 2 outs. But brings up the pitcher spot, Bill Gullickson. So Gullickson comes up. He's 0 for 1. Walked and scored back in the second. Gullickson, right-handed hitter. And here's the pitch on a 1-11. That's a ballpark single on a 1-11. That's a 9. That's a line drive. That's Taveras. Played him just right. Expos go out in order. No runs, no hits, a walk. 1 left. We played 5. It's 7-0 Expos. Going to next. So going to the 6th inning so far, it's been all Bill Gullickson, the Expos. Taveras, Youngblood, Mazzilli. Taveras has 2 in the Mets, 4 hits in this ball game. Taveras sets up. Carter sets the target. Here's the pitch from Taveras. 4-9. He doesn't. Oh, that's a ballpark home run shot. He's not going to even be powered up, though. That's a 17. It's going to be a fly ball to the floor. Makes the catch for out number 1. So here is Youngblood. He's 0 for 2 so far. Carter sets the target. Gullickson with the windup, the Youngblood in the pitch. 6 struck him out. Gullickson is just overpowering the Mets right now. Gullickson with strikeout number 4. He's pitched 6 innings, only going to 4 hits, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Mazzilli 1 for 2. Gullickson looks in. Here's the sign. That's going to be a 4-7. He struck Mazzilli out looking. Boy, this umpire wants to go home. That was right on the inside corner. Mets go down easily in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-0 Expos. LaFleur, Scott, and Office to bat for Montreal here in the 6th. Eddie Glenn will again stay out there as he's trying to give the Mets some great bulk work tonight. Trevino sets the target. Eddie Glenn, the left-hander, here's the pitch. 2-7, ground ball to short. Nice play by Taveras. Throws him out for the first down. This is going to almost be a start for Ed Glenn. You'll probably lose him for a couple days, but it's well worth it as he's saving the Met most of their bullpen here. So Scott, the batter, right-handed. He hit 2 walks and grounded out. Glenn looks into Scott. Here's the windup and the delivery, 5-6, and that is going to be a single on a 1-12. It's going to be up the middle for our hit for Rodney Scott. Now let's see what the Expos do. If Scott kicks this base, Taveras or Flynn's going to cleat him right in the head. With 1 out in the 6th, let's see what Office does. Office is 1 for 1. Single came in the pinch run for Dawson when he went out with an injury. Let's see what they do with Scott. Scott does not try to steal, thankfully. Trevino sets the target. Glenn from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 5-7. That's a walk. All of a sudden, Eddie Glenn's lost the strike zone, and now Joe Torre may have to hit the bullpen. That's 2 on, and he is actually tired. So Joe Torre's probably seen enough. Ellis Valentine due up. It's probably time for Dyer Miller. So here comes Torre. Takes the ball from Ed Glenn. Does a nice job. Good bulk work, and they'll bring in Dyer Miller here for the Mets. Pitching change in Montreal, 7-0 Expos. First and second, 1 out. Again, scoreboard check. Padres lead the Reds 5-1. Giants, Astros 1-1. Pirates lead the Cubs 7-2, and the Dodgers over the Braves 1-0. Bottom of the 6th coming up, 2 on and 1 out. Here's Valentine, 0 for 2 with the RBI. Trevino sets a target. Dyer Miller, 1-0, 3.94 ERA. 16 innings of work and 12 hits. Trevino sets the target. Miller looks in. Here is the pitch to Ellis Valentine. 2-6 is a ground ball to third. It's hit weak. He goes to second where Office is out, but a good hard slide, and that was all. So with 2 outs, runners now at first and third with 2 outs, and it brings up Cromartie. Cromartie 1 for 3, and an RBI single back in the second. Again, nothing in the havoc. Dyer Miller working from the stretch, 2 on, 2 outs. Expos lead 7-0, 2 outs in the 6th. Trevino sets the target. Miller from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2-6. That's a single on the 14. That's a 5. So again, Warren Cromartie gets the luck of the 20 on a single on the 14. Gets the 5. Scores Scott. That should end the book on Ed Glenn. And the Expos now lead it 8-0 as they get the 2-point conversion. So 2 on, 2 out. Here's Carter, 1 for 2 with a double. Trevino sets in. Miller for stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 110 fly ball right field. That's where Washington comes in and make the catch. And that's all for the Mets. The Expos get one more. We go to the 7th. Montreal leads 8-0. Top 7th here in Montreal. Beatles internally. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome aboard. So how are you, my friends? Welcome in. And as John Pacella just did not strike zone at all this evening, Expos now lead 8-0. We play the 7th. And now, and again, the out-of-town scoreboard Beatles, Pirates do lead the Cubs 7-2. So they're looking to gain, and they are the defending world champions from 1979 as they're trying to gain ground on the first place Phillies in a very tight and fun National League East. So Claudel Washington 0-2. And I got to go over some of that scoreboard when we're done and the league leaders. And then the Mets still have 2 more with Montreal on this long 5-game set here in Los Stadium. And now here is Gullickson, top of the 7th. Mets down by 8, only 4 hits in the ball game. Gullickson has almost been perfect out there. He's not walked in. He's only given up 4 hits. Washington 0-2. Carter sets the target. Here's the pitch from Gullickson. That's a 6-3. That's back to the mound, Gullickson. He had to play that one like his life depended on it. He's a 3-10 with it. Let's go ahead and roll the dice. It's a 16, so he gets it no problem. He turns around and throws a strike to the first baseman. So Gullickson played his position perfectly for the first out. Here's Steve Henderson. He's 0-2. Fly it out twice. Carter sets the target. Gullickson looks on, and here is the pitch to Steve Henderson. That'll be a 2-10, and Henderson draws the walk. So Henderson's on with 1 on. First walk of the ball game for Bill. And now here's Jorgensen. He's 0-2. He flied out and popped up. Nothing on the havoc roll. Carter sets the target. Gullickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Gullickson. 3-4 is a walk. So the Mets now pulling a John Pacella here, getting guys on base. That's 2 on, and 1 more could get Bill Gullickson out of the ball game. So Jim Fanning has to start probably getting his bullpen together. They're up 8-0. He didn't think he was going to need him today, and all of a sudden he's 1 more, and I think Gullickson should be out of here. Let's see if the Mets can chase Gullickson. Trevino's 0-2. He struck out twice. Let's see if Trevino can do something here. Carter sets the target. Gullickson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-2 is a ground ball, second base. Scott's got it. We'll go to first. And now make it second and third with 2 outs for Doug Flynn, who's definitely non-clutch. Loses 3 hits in the 2 column. That will now result as outs. So a big situation for Flynn here. Can he get a base hit off Gullickson's spot and take him here? So 2 outs in the 7th. Mets trying to break through. Nothing on the havoc. Carter sets the sign. Here's the pitch to Flynn. That's a 6-5. Struck him out, and Bill Gullickson survives 7. The Mets strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 8-0 Expos. Parrish followed by Spire, and we'll see if Gullickson bats again in the 7th. So Dyer Miller is still on the mound for the Mets, taking over for Eddie Glenn, who took over for a pathetic John Pacella today. Trevino puts down the target. Dyer Miller looks on, and here's the pitch to Parrish. 6-3 is a fly ball in the left field. That will be Henderson. Oh, he's a 4-7. 1-11 is a base hit. This is going to be bad. And 19, he fields it. Nice play. And no error on the 8. Nice play by Henderson that time. 1 away. Here's Chris Spire. He's 1-2 with a run scored. Spire singled back in the 2nd. He grounded back in 3rd and walked back in the 5th. 1 out in the 7th. Trevino sets the target. Miller looks in, and here is the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-9 ground ball to short. That's Tavares. Picks it up and throws it out for the 2nd out. So now here's Gullickson. Let's see if he bats right here. Anything on the havoc, he will bat for himself. 2 outs in the 7th. Fanning to leave Gullickson in there. Miller looks in, gets a sign from Trevino. Here is the pitch. That's going to be a 1-10, and he works another walk. That's the 2nd walk that Bill Gullickson's gotten off his own card. And now here's LaFleur. LaFleur has walked, flied out, grounded out twice. He added his 79th stolen base early on. So with 1 on, 2 out, LaFleur bats. Trevino sets the target. Miller from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2-8. That's a ground ball to third. You think he would just take the easy play. He will. He'll go to second and retires the side. No runs, no hits. 1 left. We played 7. It's 8-0 Expos. How about this? The Expos 8 runs on only 6 hits. The Mets no runs on 4 hits. That's because John Pacella walked the first 4 he faced, and then things just got extendedly worse. Pacella only went an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 6 walks, and 1 strikeout. Eddie Glenn has to be given some kind of pat on the back award. 3 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. He did a nice bulk work for the Mets. So Dyer Miller will lead off. Means the Mets will have a pinch hitter come up against Bill Gullickson, and they will send up. Let's bring in Danny Norman. He seems to be I don't want Maddox yet. So here is Norman. He's hitting .220, a home run and 3 RBIs. So Norman steps up, pinch hitting for Dyer Miller. Gullickson working into the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. That's a 2. That's a 3. He fouls it out behind the plate. Carter will get rid of the mask. He looks up and makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Frank Tavares. He's 2 for 3, 2 hits and a flyout. Tavares steps up, gets the sign, and here's the pitch. 5-5, and struck him out looking. Tavares just walks away. That was a curveball on that inside corner. 2 outs in the 8th. Here's Joel Youngblood. He's 0 for 3. Flied out, ground out, and struck out. Carter sets the target. Gullickson looks on, and here's the pitch. That's a 5-8, and got him on tracks. Bill Gullickson's gone a solid 8. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 8-0 Expos. So new pitcher for the Mets to work into the bottom of the 8th inning. And let's see what they'll do. They'll bring in Jeff Reardon. I don't want to overuse Tom Houseman anymore. So let's put Reardon in, give him an inning. And let's see if the Mets can do what they can in the 9th. So far, the Expos at 8 runs on 6 hits. The Mets no runs, 4 hits. As we play the last of the 8th, the Expos will send up Scott, Office, and Valentine the bat here. Again, we thank you those for coming in and watch this game as we're playing this one on the 1980 replay. So far, so good on a day off, Sean. So far, so good. So Rodney Scott, 1 for 2, 3 runs scored so far. Trevino sets the target. Reardon looks on. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a 2-12. Oh, that could be an injury to Scott, too. He's on ground ball. He may pull a hammy. Let's see if he gets out of this. He will be out. So Rodney Scott will come out. So we'll see what move they make for Rodney Scott in the next inning. That's 1 out in the 8th. Again, in this game, as played lineup with transactions, injuries are only for the game only. And here's Roland Office. He came in to replace Andre Dawson earlier. So the Expos already have 2 big injuries. Trevino sets the target. Here's the pitch to Reardon. That's going to be a 4-11. That's a popped up the first. That will be Jorgensen comes in next to catch. And that's 2 outs in the 8th. And here's Valentine. He's 0 for 3 with the RBI. Trevino sets in. Reardon looks in. Reardon 9-3, 3 saves, 1.60 ERA. Has to be one of the great Met pitchers so far for my replay. Trevino sets. Reardon gets the sign. Here's the pitch. 3-11. He hit him with a pitch again. Oh, that's a second hit by pitch for the Mets. I wonder if that one was well placed. So Valentine's on at first with 2 outs. And here's Cromartie. 2 for 4 and 2 RBIs. Trevino sets the target. Reardon from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-10. That's a fly ball in the center field. That is Mazzilli. Mazzilli is a 2-3. That should be fairly easy. It's a 6. He gets it on a 6, no error, and the Expos are done in the 8th. No runs, no hits, a hit batsman. We go to the 9th, 8-0 Expos. New second baseman. How about this? Timmy Raines, who came up as an infielder. He gets to come in and play the top of the 9th inning. Mets down by 8, so they'll need to poke away, as they say. Put a couple guys on, a bing bang and a bomb, and then they need a bing bang and a bomb again just to get back in this. Gullickson in the 9th, looking to complete what he has started. 8-0 Expos. We play the top of the 9th inning. So now here's Mazzilli, 1 for 3. He singled back in the 4th. Carter sets the target. Here's the pitch from Gullickson, and that's going to be a 3-9. Struck him out, 1 away. And Mazzilli kind of walks away. Second time he struck out. Gullickson has just been really in control, striking out 9. Carter sets the target. Bill Gullickson with the pitch to Washington. 4-9, and that is a drive into deep right field. That's off the top of the wall. Valentine plays it. Washington will go for 2 and will make it. Home run 1-2, a double 3-20. So Washington, you can tell with Gullickson's 3R, it means his lefty splits are a little not as good. And this time the Mets get one with Washington. Runner on second, 1 out. See if the Mets can break through. Here's Henderson. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Again, nothing on the havoc. Carter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Gullickson. That's a 5-10. That's a ground ball to shortstop. That's Spire. Spire, we said, is a 329. This could be interesting. On the range rolls a 1, goes through for a base hit. He cannot field it. That should score Washington from second. It does, and the Mets are on the board. It's 8-1. So RBI Steve Henderson, and the Mets have poked away. So they've added a Singleton, as they say in Canadian League football. It's now 8-1, 1 out in the 9th. And now here's Jorge. Jorge's 0 for 2 with a walk. Let's see what he can do. Again, that's a second hit. Another hit will fatigue out Gullickson. Carter sets the target. Gullickson working from the stretch, trying to finish this here. Here's the pitch on a 2-4. Single 1-8. He rolled a 10. He was that close for knocking Gullickson out. Instead, he lines out the Timmy range. Henderson get back for the out number 2. Oh, he was that close from knocking him out. Here's Trevino. He's 0 for 3. He hit so much better against lefties. Let's see if the Mets got somebody that can throw. Let's throw in Elliot Maddox here. And let's see if Maddox can keep the inning alive and knock out Gullickson. 2 outs in the 9th, down by 7. Both teams with 6 hits, but the Expos up by 7. Carter sets the target. Gullickson from the stretch. And here is the pitch to Maddox. That's a 2-7. That's a single 1-18. That's a 12. That could knock out Bill Gullickson. 1-12. Henderson should stop at second. And let's see if that does it. He'll go to third. Henderson will go to third. So first and third, 2 outs. Mets keeping this game alive. And here comes Jim Fanning. He's going to let the Olympic Stadium crowd give a nice cheer for Gullickson coming out this ball game. New pitcher for the Expos will be Dale Murray, a former Toronto Blue Jay. So he comes in just to finish it. He has no record, 4.40 ERA, 19 hits in 14 innings. So let's see what Doug Flynn can do, or do you go with somebody else on the bench? So let's see if the Mets have something they can go with here. 2 outs in the 9th, down by 7. And what they are going to go with Jose Morales. So Jose Morales is the batter. First and third, 2 outs. Expos by 7. Let's see. Carter sets the target. Dale Murray from the stretch. Here is the pitch. Nothing on the havoc. 5-7 is a single 1-13. It's a 13. Base hit Mets. And now they get a run back. Henderson scores. Maddox will stop at second. And the Mets are in this ball game. And they will send the lead runner. Maddox will go first to third. It's now 8-2. So the Mets trying to poke away now. It's 8-2. First and third, 2 outs. And Jeff Reardon will come out this ball game. So let's see who the Mets can bring in this game. They're running out of batters. Let's see who they can get. You know what? They're going to go with the righty killer, Juan Marino. So Marino will step in. Oh, Nelly from Marino. 196, 2 homers, 9 RBIs, 46 at-bats during the season. He has 11 at-bats and RBI hitting 273. Let's see if the Mets can poke away here. First and third, 2 outs, up by 6. Carter sets the target. Dale Murray from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a 3-5. That's a deep drive to right field over the head of the floor. That will go all the way to the wall. That's a 5-7. Oh, wait a minute. 3-7. Hang on. Hang on. Wait. No, it's not. Hang on, folks. Let's hang on. Delete last play. Yes. Sorry, let's do that again. Sorry, folks. 3-5 is my roll, not a 5-7. 3-5 is a home run 1-9. It's a 15. Goes all the way to the wall. Maddox scores. Flynn scores, and the Mets are now down by 4. It's 8-4. So Marino with a 2-run triple, and the Mets are down by 4 now with 2 outs. Here is Frank Tavares. You would think Dale Murray, what's Jim Fanning worrying about? Where is Woody Fryman or so to get in this game and close this? Tavares stays in. He's 2 for 4. Carter sets the target. Murray looks in. Here's the pitch. 3-7. Oh, he missed everything. Son of a gun. Ground ball to short by Spire. Throws him out, and the Expos will win this game 8-4. The Mets score 4. They keep it interesting, but they lose it by the score of 8-4. Expos 2 in the first, 5 in the second, put it away, 1 in the sixth. They led 8-0 until the Mets came back with 4 of their own in the ninth. Winning pitcher Bill Gullickson, 8 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. The loss goes to John Pacella. He deserved it. Inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 6 walks, and 1 strikeout. Eddie Glenn pitched nice work. Dyer Miller did nice, and Jeff Reardon did what he always does. But the Expos win it by the score of 8-4. Let's go ahead and give you some other stuff going on here, folks. Oh, let's see here. So we'll do the Mets play again. Let's go look at this here. So now it's going to be a Wednesday game for these Mets. Roy Lee Jackson will take on Scott Sanderson. That'll be the next game the Mets will play. The Pirates have a doubleheader with the Cubbies. Bibby and Lamp and Blyleven and Capilla in Chicago. So a doubleheader in Wrigley. San Diego plays Cincinnati. Giants play the Astros. And the Cardinals will play the Phillies. So Bob Sykes against Bob Walk, the Battle of the Bobs. So let's go ahead and auto these for you guys, and then we'll see how that affects our standings. Give me 1 second. It is the Braves beating the Dodgers 7-6. Buccos beat the Cubs 2-1, and they lose 4-3, so they split the doubleheader. Padres defeated the Reds 11-9, while the Astros defeated the Giants 6-5, and the Phillies beat the Cardinals 5-4. So let's give you now the standings through Wednesday of this date, and see where the Mets stand. If I'm right, they're going to be 3 games back of the NL leaders. They're 2.5 back. So the Phillies are 58-43. They are 4 games ahead of their actual where they were in 1980. The Pirates are 60-46. They're 2 games ahead. The Mets are 57-47. They're 6 games ahead. Montreal is 54-51. They're 6 back. They're 5 games behind. The Cardinals are 45-59. They're 2 games back. They're normal. The Cubs are 39-65. They're 5 games back. Houston Astros still hold a 10-game lead over the Dodgers, 15 over the Padres. That's about done of the division. The Astros still hold a .632 winning percentage, and they are 8 games ahead of their pace back in 1980. So next time we meet with the Mets in 1980, they are in a must-win situation just to stay 2 games in back of the Phils. Thank you, folks, for coming in. I appreciate everybody. It's over here in Montreal. The Mets win it. Thank you, folks. I'm coming in. Good game, of course. We'll see you later. Have a good rest of your evening. Maybe get another one in or watch something, please, on the upload ads will be coming on. Thank you, folks. Have a good night.